Ahoy! I'm the comic book hunter, also known as just Hunter.
Hello there, I'm Mr. The Flash, but you can call me JD. Been a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah, you're back out of the basements of Home Depot.
I have finally been released. I was chained to that forklift for so long, but I'm back.
I briefly mentioned in the last episode of 350 that JD may be returning. Not that you were returning, just that we would do a video, just me and you.
And it's even better news because now I'm actually just returning to the show.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like 5 minutes ago before we hit record. But yeah, JD's back full time, not unpaid labor here for Hero Story.
I'm pretty sure the people missed me in the comments, I would assume, right? It was probably pretty big.
Actually, yeah, we have a Discord now.
I
I
get an
guess
email
you.
from Discord every day saying you've been mentioned, and I'm like, I should probably check that.
Oh, you're in the Discord? I didn't even
I'm
know
in the
that.
Discord. I was in it for like 2 days, like actually like messaging in it, and then I was just like.
Well, people were pretty excited about it. They're sending like the Squid Games GIF
Yeah.
where they're just like everyone's
Yeah,
cheering.
the
So yeah,
cheering. Yeah.
it was at the start of the episode, so people were sending that a lot, and then people got upset because we do book club again. I'll get into it, but yeah, they're
Yeah.
saying all stuff like that. They do the Kang and everything, saying JD's back. So
Let's
you've
go.
returned, but you're returning to a comic book podcast, and you don't read comics currently.
It's time for me to catch up. It's been a long time.
Do you
But
still have like a subscription at a shop or?
no, I told my shop
Okay,
like
good,
I wasn't
good.
reading them. I was like, it just doesn't make sense for me to keep on keeping on. So I was like I'll be back at some point. But yeah, I didn't want to be like one of those guys who just doesn't pick up a subscription. Like they're all just sitting there.
Yeah, and then you owe like $2,000 or something when you eventually go
And I
in.
also had like a pile of comics that like weren't being read, that I was just bringing home every week, and I was like, just piling up.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, we all actually like all as in like myself, Harper, and Tyler, we all kind of lost the comic book love for a little bit around the same time as you stopped reading, and this podcast became more of a movie podcast, if anything, where we just talk about like Avengers news and stuff like that. But
yeah,
right now we're all back into it. Even Harper's reading like Iron Man month to month and Doctor
wow,
Strange and everything. So we're all actually doing like what we usually do on the podcast where we talk about the news of the week and then comics of the week. And almost every week we actually talk about comic news.
yeah.
Sometimes for like 5 minutes, sometimes for most of the episode, depending on what's coming out at the time. But it's good, man. Like comics are really good right now. Some comics are really good right now. DC is probably the best it's ever been. And I
Wow.
know we've said that a lot, but even
I was about to say, I feel like I've
Tyler
heard
kind
this
of
before on
agrees.
this very show.
Well, Tyler went on a rant last week when we recorded how Marvel kind of sucks right now and DC's on fire lately. So he's kind of the guy that I would trust for comic books here.
So, what is it that makes DC like great right now? Like, because obviously we've read some great periods of DC comics, whether
Hmm.
reading back issues or like current issues.
Or
What is it
Rebirth
that makes
and
oh
stuff.
Rebirth? I'll never forget 2016, greatest year of my life. But like, what makes this era like the best?
Do you know about the Absolute Universe?
Yeah,
You stopped, I think, right before it started. It's been
yeah. But I
going
mean, I
on
remember
like
like
2 years. That's one of the big things that makes it great. And also, like, they are doing a thing right now where they actually are planning stuff at DC. I know they do that and during like Rebirth and the end of New 52 and everything leading into Doomsday Clock, but they are actually like sitting down planning it. DC is run by Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder, basically pulling the ropes of every single comic. Everything connects right now, and not in a bad way like the You're the Villain, where it was just like that thing in the sky every issue. Everything's building to
yeah,
something and everything ties together a little bit. And it's just refreshing to see. And every book is pretty unique on ideas as well. Like Superman is written by Joshua Williamson. It's extremely good, and Superboy Prime is the lead of that book. It's not Superman. He hasn't been in it in a couple months. So it's a Superboy Prime book and it's just really, really good in general. It's
yeah.
something that I need you to catch up on more than any other
So
book, I think.
so Joshua Williamson is like the big like DC guy.
Also Mark Waid. Williamson is writing Superman with Superboy Prime, and he's also on Marvel writing Iron Man right now. So he's a bit of both. But Superman's considered like probably like the staple of DC right now. Like if you want to follow the full-on story, Superman's the one to read. Or Justice League, which is written by Mark Waid. And Scott Snyder's on the absolute side running Batman currently, which is incredible to the point that Tyler and I were hyping up Absolute Batman so much that Harper, without telling us, caught up. it was like issue 1 to 18 he read in like 3 days, and he came on the podcast and was like, this is the best thing ever. So it's
Wow.
like it's
So
good.
so Absolute Batman is like it's like a different Earth, right? It's not like
Yeah.
mainline Batman.
It's
Okay.
the Absolute Universe is kind of like Ultimate Universe for Marvel.
Yes.
Uh but there's story reasons why it exists. It's an Earth created by Darkseid, where he just kind of like changed some things. For Batman's case, his Thomas Wayne died in the shooting, but Martha Wayne lived. And so Bruce was raised by his mother, and they grew up poor. They were never rich. So he's a Bruce Wayne is a construction worker, full time, and then at night he puts on the bat suit and goes and beats people up. But it's very brutal, but not in a sense where it's like too edgy. There's a scene in Absolute Batman where like there's a kid that's part of like Black Mask's goons essentially. Maybe wrong term to use now. Grunts, I'll say.
I was about to say, I feel like
Yeah,
since we started the show a couple years ago, Goon has taken on a new meaning.
it has, yeah. But yeah, like
Quote of the show, people: Hunter Murray Goon.
I messed up already. Here we go.
I want to hear about it in the Discord.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Little soldier that's a child, and Absolute Batman will pick up that kid and kick them into the ocean kind of thing. So doesn't care.
He's
But it's
kicking
really,
silver.
really good. The all his rogues gallery are his friends for the most part. Like Oswald Cobblepot is his friend, Harvey Dent is his friend, Selena Kyle's his friend. But then they all start to become the villains that we know them as in very harsh ways, and they all blame Batman for becoming who they are. So it's good. You should read it. It's brutal. Like,
So,
Killer Croc's one of the best characters in the book, and he's just like a friend of Bruce.
so I have DC Universe Infinite, right? I could read, up
Oh, you
to.
could.
I have
Like
like the
two
premium one
months.
too, so I think I could read it a month after it comes out. So
Yeah.
if I had to catch up on, say, three series, what are the
Okay.
three series that have to be read? Like obviously Williamson Superman, I was reading. I was probably up to issue like let's say 15 on that, right? So like I read the beginning of it. I'd probably have to reread it to get back into it. But what are the three series that like if I can only pick three, what would I have to read?
I think everyone would agree Superman and Absolute Batman. And then your third, everyone would kind of debate. Like, I think you would really like Green Lantern by Jeremy Adams.
Jeremy Adams still writing that? Yeah, I should read it.
Yeah, Kyle Rayner is the Green Lantern of Earth right now, and he just hangs out with Wally. And that's the book essentially. It's
I'm
not
sold. I'm,
as
I'm in.
yeah, it's not as like world-ending threat sort of thing. Every at the end of each issue it cuts to where Hal is. Hal's doing space stuff, and it's more like dangerous and oh, this could be like a major thing in the future. But for the most part, the book's about Kyle trying, he's unemployed on Earth trying to get a job, and Wally's trying to like hype him up and get him interviews and stuff like that. So it's very like just it's like a slice of life comic. But I could see like people argue that you should read The Flash right now because it's written by someone. Oh man, I should probably look that up. The guy was Ryan North. He was writing Fantastic Four
I was about
for
to
the
say,
past couple of
whoever it is,
years.
I imagine Tyler yelling at a screen right now that Hunter's an idiot. Like, how did he not get that? Yeah.
Tyler's reading Flash right now. That's how big it
Wow.
is.
Tyler hates
Yeah.
the Flash.
I know he hates him. But yeah, it's still Wally West as the main Flash. Barry Allen's doing multiverse stuff currently, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. People would recommend other Absolute books. Wonder Woman's great, Superman's great. The Absolute Wonder Woman like twist thing is she grew up in hell instead of on Themyscira, and she's the last Themysciran. So her sisters and her mother are all completely gone, missing.
Okay.
So she's the only one left, and she's trying to find them. Absolute Superman is what if Superman arrived on Earth when he was like almost an adult instead of a child. So he was like, I think he was 17 when he landed on Earth. So he's a bit more, he's kind of, it's kind of like Supergirl's story, but a bit more
I was
harsher.
going to say
Like,
more like Supergirl.
yeah, like he saw Krypton die kind of thing. But it's really, really good. Absolute Martian Manhunter is nothing like Martian Manhunter, but it's still interesting. It's just like it's a cop that gets like a Martian in his head. That's Sean Jones, who like just
Okay.
helps him like read people's minds. And then there's an Absolute Flash, and there's an Absolute Green Arrow that's starting, I think, this week. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Do you think Absolute is building to like a big crossover at some point, kind of like how the Ultimate
Yeah,
Universe?
100% they are. Yeah, 100%. They've already teased it a lot, and Booster Gold has been to both worlds too. So he's like they've already done a little bit of a crossover where Booster Gold is the only one who like knows about the Absolute World's existence for a little bit. So he was kind of a main guy in the Justice League comics that Mark Waid's writing, where he's like telling everyone like there's this other universe where just people like us, but they're more dangerous. Because the Absolute Universe is a lot more darker in general. All the villains are monsters. Like Ra's al Ghul is on like basically steroids the whole time. Bane is insane. He's probably the most threatening villain, Absolute Bane. His whole thing is like he's on Venom constantly, so he's always huge, but he doesn't use it unless he has to. And when he does use it, he becomes like the size of a house. So
Size of a house.
basically, yeah,
How the hell
basically.
does Batman fight a house?
There's a panel. It was a meme for a while on in like the comic Instagram community where he's fighting Bane and he's telling Bane like you don't need this Venom to fight me. Like I could beat you just as I am. We should just fight without this Venom. And Bane just goes, I wasn't even using the Venom. And it cuts to also Batman just staring at him like looking up. It's a fun panel that people were like putting as memes and everything. You gotta catch up on this stuff for the podcast though.
So I'm thinking maybe I got to read 5 series. Maybe it'll be Absolute Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, and maybe Justice League. That'd be
Ye-
a good 5 right there for
Maybe
DC.
I would maybe wait till if you're on next week, like we can talk about it next week, and I would want like Tyler and Harper to pitch it to you.
To
If you
weigh
want to
in.
read Marvel stuff too, like Daredevil just started again. That's about the only good thing that's happened to Marvel.
Wow.
Marvel has been bad. We've
Who
been
writes
doing.
Daredevil nowadays?
I actually don't know. Issue one came out and I haven't even read it yet. Someone.
Another Daredevil #1.
Yeah, so I was kind of annoyed at that.
No
So
shame out of Marvel, huh?
yeah, they're desperate. They're ending the Ultimate Universe, and it's been ridiculous so far. They've been building up the Maker as this big threat, and then the Maker turns out he's just a big tree. I know he's more than that, but when he first appears after 2 years of him being missing, he turns into like essentially Groot, and everyone's just like, "All right, well, this
You still Reed
sucks."
Richards from
Yep,
Ultimate or no?
yep. He just looks like a big tree, stretch himself into like a world tree. So. It's
Okay.
just kind of boring. So we just all pretty much moved to DC except for Harper who's still reading Iron Man. I think Tyler's also reading Iron Man, which is by Williamson, so in Williamson we trust. In general, though, for a hero story, we're doing book club again. I don't know if you even knew that.
I remember there was like a vote for it on Instagram.
Yeah, book club we've been doing
You guys
for
read Brand New Day, right? Because I was like,
yeah.
was that your first time reading Brand New Day?
Yeah, have you read it?
Yes.
It's awful.
Yes.
It's only like 4 issues and it's so bad.
Spider-Man is like peak building up to that, and then it just turns into that, and you're just like, oh dear.
Yeah, and then just completely reboots itself. Yeah, we brought book club black. Yeah, we brought book club back. I'm still the same. I mispronounce things, I guess. We brought it back in
I figured that
February.
didn't change.
Yeah, we brought it back in February. We did Doomsday Clock to start off, which
Okay.
was fun to reread, and then immediately after we did Three Jokers, which was
Not as
okay.
fun when Jason and Barbara kissed.
Yeah, yeah. We Harper's pick was Three Jokers, and we are having like the Instagram story votes, and he just thought it was funny if we did two Jeff Johns books in a row. And then for the third month, Harper and I both wanted another Jeff Johns book, so I wanted like Dark Side War, and Harper wanted just DC Rebirth issue one. But Tyler was so annoyed that we kept picking Jeff Johns books, so he wanted
It's Brand New Day.
Spider-Man Brand New Day, so we ended up doing that
Absolute
instead.
self-sabotage.
Yeah. And then for next month it would just the vote just finished. We're doing House of X, Powers of X, X-Men,
Okay, yeah.
which is what Tyler's pick again, and he won. Harper wanted to do Heroes in Crisis and got, I think, one vote.
Rough.
And then I wanted to do Justice League Origins for some reason, another Jeff Johns book. So I had it ready to like show.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you. I thought it was too. It was posted on the Discord immediately, a screenshot of me holding that book saying I just threw up in my mouth. So apparently people don't like it.
Wow.
Jeff Johns gets a lot of hate now, I guess. I don't know why. You
Tough.
missed a crossover, Superman Spider-Man crossover.
I saw the pictures of that. I saw the like the art looked good.
It was good, yeah. Another issue came out 2 weeks ago, and it was Jeff Johns and Gary Frank on it, doing a Ben Grimm and Superman team up.
Wow. Gary
Yeah,
Frank still on the run. Is Thrush, Hattush, whatever it's called, is that still laid out the
we're
ass
still
or
waiting. We're still waiting.
good times?
Apparently, I don't want to say the wrong context here because I didn't read the full article, but I guess Jim Lee did get sick, and that's why it
Okay.
was delayed.
Okay.
But and he did say like the reason why he only does covers now and not ongoings is because he doesn't have the speed that he used to. And
Okay.
then he chose to do Batman. So yeah, it's still happening. Hthreesh and Hforsh, which were announced, no word on if they're gonna happen
You
at
give me a
all.
fourth Thrush?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna happen anymore. because of the delay of this and the negative reviews too. It's not a good story at all, too. It's
Yeah.
just the Bat family hates Batman. What else is new? Oh, I guess the other book that I'd have you catch up on is Batman. Matt Fraction's writing it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really good. It's dealing with like issues that you don't see often in Batman comics that are pretty interesting. Like Bruce Wayne gets attacked on a date with a girl, and he's Bruce Wayne, and he gets saved by Robin, who was just like kind of in the side, like just making sure that their date went okay. Damian. So Damian saves them, beats up these bad guys, and then looks at Bruce and goes like, "You're welcome, father." And his date's like, "Did Robin just call you father?" So it's like little stuff like that where it's kind of comedic, but also it's like this is pretty major because now this person thinks that. So
Yeah.
it's good. It's well written for sure. But yeah, what's up with you?
Living the life. I'm actually looking forward to reading comics again. Like I think I did miss them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
I
a
think it's good to
whole
have some time off, and I took like a very extended time off from reading comics.
mhm,
So, you know,
like
obviously
two and a half years. Yeah.
the longest like since I started reading comics, you know. So,
Hmm.
you know, it'll be interesting, I think, to read again. And I think that when you're able to read in bulk like that, you know,
You could
it's
just binge it.
yeah, like reading it fast, you know, like I could just catch up on Superman, read so much Superman. Like I think I'm trying to think what was the last Superman I read. Like I think he was about to do a crossover. Like Williams was about to do a crossover with Superman and Action. I don't even remember what the story was. But like that was like what was upcoming when I
Okay,
left.
yeah. Yeah, I
So
think I can think of whereabouts that was. I mean, even I don't know if you still talk to Drew, but he was messaging me saying like Superman's the best book he's ever read in a while here, so it's good. I think it's the one that you should read.
comics are back, and then obviously there's a lot of movie stuff, right? Like I mean, this is going to be a big year
Yeah.
for movies. Clayface actually has a movie, like that's actually happening. That's kind of crazy.
Did you see the trailer?
I did see the trailer. I was like, holy
It
shit! I
looks
think I saw it. Was it on TV or was it on YouTube? I forget. Wherever I saw it, I was just like I was just standing there, just blankly staring at the TV, and I'm like, oh,
you're watching like all the characters in Watchmen after Ozymandias did his attack,
oh,
just like,
literally,
oh
I
my
was
God.
literally, yeah, I was like, holy shit! Like this is an actual movie.
Yeah, it comes out in October, I think. So that's
It's
coming
gonna
out.
be a
Supergirl,
5-star
Spider-Man.
letterboxed Hunter Murray review. I can already tell.
For Clayface. Actually, I'm on this podcast known as Day One Clayface Hater.
Really?
I don't, I think, okay.
I'm guessing Tyler's a supporter.
Yeah, obviously. And Harper
Eh,
also says that he's a Day One hater. But Harper and I both are like, we don't want this to happen, but it does look good. Like it looks like a movie, a real movie.
make another Batman movie. Just
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
Batman movie with
We
Clayface and
rather
Bill.
that. We rather that. I mean, like Batman Part 2 is coming out next year. It's still not filming. Superman 2 is coming out next year. It is
So,
filming,
so
so
the Batman Part Two is gonna get delayed again.
hopefully not. I mean, they have new castings. I don't know. Do you even know about the castings?
Isn't Scarlett Johansson in it?
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah, and Sebastian Stan's playing Harvey Dent.
Okay,
Like, that's not bad casting. It's just
it's just they're all like Marvel actors.
yeah, essentially. And we're kind of
Who the
annoyed that
hell
it
is
just
Harvey? You know, like it's just weird.
yeah, we're just a little annoyed that they seem to be doing Long Halloween again after doing the Batman Part 1, which was kind of like Long Halloween. And the Penguin show was about the holiday killer on the Long Halloween. So
What did the Batman Part One come out? February 2022.
I think it's 2021. Maybe no, 2022 sounds right. Yeah, I think you're right.
And the next one's supposed to come out in 2027. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
That is such a big gap.
Meanwhile, Superman, like David Cornsweet Superman is filming right now at sequel. And he's going to be in Supergirl, which comes out in like a month. So, bit of a difference.
What's going on with your boy Sonic? Is another movie from Sonic coming?
Of course. Of course. I gasped in the theater when they showed a teaser during a movie that I saw recently. Because the teaser was just announcing that like Jim Carrey's back and it played in a theater at one point. I was like, what? Why are they
What was
showing
going
this
on with that
here?
guy? Wasn't he wearing like a rubber mask or something of himself, or was that
There's a
someone?
clones apparently of him. Yeah. I don't
Weird.
know.
It was
No
weird.
idea, but he's filming Sonic 4
I remember
right
seeing it on
now.
Instagram, and I'm like, what's going on? It's weird.
Yeah, man, in the catacombs of Home Depot, did you have internet access or did you just catch up recently?
Occasionally, like it would show up, you know, and I would get 5 scrolls a day, and then it would be taken away from me again
Five
from the back to the
scrolls.
catacombs.
Okay. So you got a little tease of what's happening in the world.
Do you use
World,
Comic Book Hunter anymore, or is that just like fully dead?
it
Comic Book
exists.
Hunter's dead, buried. Consider this mercy.
I call myself that on this podcast, I guess, but yeah, I don't post anymore. I'll post on my story when like an episode drops sometimes, being like, "Hey, we just did 350." Oh yeah, 350 episodes of this podcast. We did the math. In like 2 weeks, it'll be a Hero Stories ninth anniversary.
That's crazy.
Why have we been doing this so long?
Who the hell's still watching?
Yeah, we want to get to 10 and then just put it down,
Put
take it
it
to the
down.
back. Yeah, old Yeller.
Think about the
So
rabbits. No.
yeah, it's brutal. It's fun though. Like we still look forward to it. It's our way of like all of us getting together since none of us live near each
No,
other.
no, I mean, I did miss talking to you guys, like I was
Hmm.
like just getting on the calls every week, like, 'cause
Like a
obviously
little tradition.
we talk before, we talk after the show, there'd just be like a lot of yapping and the jokes and stuff.
Yeah. No, we could talk about.
I still think of rolling the same die and pudding, hearing that.
That's right. Yeah. Did you want to bring back D&D then since you're
Oh, I think that could be done. I think that could be a lot of fun.
oh, people just cheered because we get our one of
D&D
the
is great.
jokes that we did
Maybe I'll drop
for.
that. You got to tell me which. I don't even know how to really use Discord. I just open it. There's so many of them in there. I don't even know which one to say that in, but I'll
Oh
say it.
man, I don't really use it either. I'll get notifications sometimes when someone tags everybody, and I'll take a look to see what's saying, who's saying what. Usually it's Harper being like, "Hey guys, new episode just dropped." But even yesterday, there was like 6 people in a live chat watching Spider-Man Lotus.
Okay.
I joined the call for a second, and they're just like, "Hunter, hey, your name's in the credits of this, isn't it?" And I'm like, "All right."
Oh yes, I just went to the D&D talk. Now that talks have resumed with JD. When is D&D? Now they're talking about me like I'm the Iranian president. They said talks with JD for the rights to the podcast to share. Right? Oh, good God,
This would have been recent, right?
this was yesterday at 1:49 a.m.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, people want it back. So I guess we'll bring it back officially now. We'll start to plan that around. Uh yeah, I guess that's it for the most part. I just want to do a small call with you just to do like a nostalgic thing. This isn't a real episode. I think this will just be on YouTube here.
Yeah.
Because next week we'll record 351. The only thing that I don't know if you probably don't have time for this, but we're gonna review Daredevil Born Again season 2 finale.
But just watch. I'll just watch the finale. That's it. Just
That actually be fun if you just watch the finale. It comes out Tuesday.
this doesn't make sense at all, man.
You just watch the finale, that's it. It's been spoiled thanks to certain actors just deciding to spoil it on Instagram. So,
Really?
yeah, I guess one spoiler for you that everyone knows, the Defenders are back. Netflix Defenders
Oh,
for next season. You don't like that?
I mean, eh.
Okay. Well, Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, posted like the how season 2 ended on his Instagram, and
Kind
everyone
of,
was
kind of based.
yeah, kind of. It was up for like 2 hours, and then he had to delete it. Kevin Feige showed up in his house like
Put up at his
Kingpin
door
did
with a
Ben,
light.
or
Yeah.
he came
Just
home, turned on the lights, and he was like sitting in the corner
in
in a
the
chair.
corner, smoking a cigarette. Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, it's spoiled, but it's an exciting ending. We might do a book club related to this story sometime soon, but
Okay.
yeah, I guess that's it for the most part.
I appreciate you catching me up. I feel like it. I never even left.
Yeah, you look the exact same, not gonna lie.
That's a good thing because honestly, like I just got a haircut yesterday, and when the hair starts, getting cut and it lands. I know you don't know because you get a haircut once every
I
ten
haven't
years.
gotten a haircut in 10 years, yeah.
Like if you get like a fade, right? Like and it all starts landing on the barber cape, and I see gray hairs in there, and I'm like, oh my
You
God, I'm getting
do? You're younger
oh
than me.
100%. They're all on my temples. I'm like gonna be Reed Richards.
That's cool though. You'll look sick.
Ah, it's not cool when it's like you have one every like 5 hairs, and it's just like random.
Oh,
It's
it
like
needs to be like thick, like
you start
dark.
looking in the mirror, and you're like, how'd that get? What is that? What is that? You're just like, oh, holy shit.
You'll look cool though. You could wear like a Fantastic Four suit every day if you want for when we
I,
record.
every day, I mean, that seems like a lot, but yeah,
When
maybe
we
every.
record, every week, I'll say.
I was supposed to be the thing. I don't think I fit Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, that's true. The thing- you're gonna have to fit Mr. Fantastic if you have the great temples there. So,
I'll have to switch roles, but I'm
all
looking
right,
forward to being
well,
back on the show, and can't wait to see the other boys. And yeah, let's do D&D 3. Let's do book club.
yeah,
Let's do it all.
yeah. Join us for book club. You gotta read House of X, Powers of X for
Hundred,
June 4th or 3rd
hundred,
or something like that.
Hunter Murray, the goon.
I messed up already. Thanks for joining us for this little YouTube video. We'll be back next week with, well, this week in a few days for a Hero Story episode 351, talking about Daredevil Born Again season 2 finale and whatever comics come out. I don't know what comics are coming out that week, but JD will catch up by then, maybe.
I'm gonna have to start reading like probably tonight and start getting my way
Probably
back in. It'll probably take a
right
while,
away.
but you know.
No, yeah, no rush or anything. Yeah, but I don't even know what's coming out. A lot of times we just talk about Avengers Doomsday rumors. That's what this podcast has come towards. So
Put it down.
we wouldn't have it any other way. More like, all right. For you do the outro, not me.
For a hero story, it's not even a real episode. For this YouTube video, I'm JD.
And I'm Hunter, and thanks for being a hero.
Remember, every second is a gift.
Blah, blah. How do I stop recording? I haven't done this in a while.